Welcome to the Disney Scrapbook, where together we take a journey to explore Disney history from 50 years ago. My name is Nolan. Today, I thought we'd take a look at this LP. As we approach the Easter season, Peter Cottontail plus other funny bunnies and their friends was first released in 1963, in a green cover with Peter playing the piano. Re-released in 1969 and re-released again in 1972 with a cover that depicts Peter Rabbit standing in front of a house. And on the back there are 3 pictures. One of the White Rabbit from Disney's 1951 animated feature film Alice in Wonderland, and 2 from Disney's 1942 animated feature film Bambi, one of Thumper the Rabbit and one of Bambi and his friend Thumper.
Peter Cottontail, one of the most popular rabbits ever to come hopping down the bunny trail, is known far and wide for his many good deeds. With his shiny eyes, he spots the wolf a mile away and wiggles his long ears to warn his bunny friends. Because of his always cheerful and friendly ways, this rabbit of distinction well deserves his title, King of Rabbit Town.
The character of Peter Cottontail probably derives its roots from the Beatrix Potter story, The Tale of Peter Rabbit, where one of Peter Rabbit's sisters was called Cottontail. Then, in 1910, Fortune Burgess, an author from Springfield, Massachusetts, who admitted being influenced by Beatrix Potter, began a series of stories for his son titled Old Mother Westwind, in which Peter Rabbit was one of the characters. In 1914, he changed Peter Rabbit's name to Peter Cottontail in The Adventures of Peter Cottontail. Rabbits have been associated with Easter since the 1600s, and Peter Cottontail being a popular name for a fictionalized anthropomorphic rabbit. When, in 1949, 2 Tin Pan Alley writers, Steve Nelson and Jack Rowlands, wrote a song, which tells the story of the Easter Bunny delivering baskets filled with candy, eggs, and flowers. The song was first recorded by Mervyn Shiner in 1950 and was a hit. But Nelson and Rowlands thought it could go further and pitched it to Gene Autry, the king of holiday songs, who recorded it and sent it to number 3 on the Billboard country charts and number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Autry also sang it in the 1951 movie Hills of Utah. On this Disney LP, the 1.5-minute version of Peter Cottontail on side 1, track 1, has alternate lyrics written by Nelson and Rowlands that makes the LP suitable for all year-round use. This is sung by the Vonnair Sisters Sheila, Sonia, and Renee Von Ever. Very little is known about this 1960s bebop group, other than that they recorded on the Vista label and were the backing singers for some of Annette Funicello's releases. Robie Lester, the talented vocalist who became Disneyland Records' original story reader, sings the second track on side 1, the child-centric song Hippity Hop, composed by Disney legend Salvador Tutti Camarata, the composer, arranger, and trumpeter who helped Jimmy Johnson to co-found Disneyland Records. The lyrics for this piece were written by Jimmy Johnson, the Disney legend who was a publicist and the driving force behind Disneyland Records. If you would like to know more about him, be sure to read his book Inside the Whimsy Works. The 13-minute long third track on side 1 is The Story of Thumper.
The Story of Thumper is the heartwarming adventure tale of a little boy rabbit who just can't stop thumping his foot. Sometimes he makes his thumping sound when it is least expected, thereby annoying and frequently startling the animals and birds who are his forest neighbors. Naturally, Thumper is often scolded, and one day when his friend the owl tells him to stop his infernal thumping, he becomes sad and runs away from home. However, he is not very far into the forest when he hears the sound of the dreaded hunters and their dogs. Realizing that his animal friends are in great danger, Thumper eludes the dogs and runs into a hollow tree, where he thumps out a warning that the hunters are near. Hearing Thumper's signal, the animals and birds take cover in their hiding places, where they are safe from man. When the danger has passed, Thumper is proclaimed a hero and given permission to thump his foot anytime and anywhere he feels like.
This children's story is narrated by Lucille Bliss, known as the Girl of 1,000 Voices, a voice actress who is best known for voicing Anastasia in Disney's 1950 animated feature film Cinderella. According to the book Mousetracks, Grosset and Dunlap originally published this story in 1942 during the original marketing campaign for Bambi, and then reissued as a Little Golden Book a few years after the sound recording was made. Track 4 on this side is Bumper Song, an earworm sung by the unmistakable deep bass voice of Disney legend Thurl Ravenscroft, a member of the Mellow Men, whose deep voice was often utilized by Disney. He can be heard in Disney attractions such as the Tiki Room, Splash Mountain, Country Bear Jamboree, and the Haunted Mansion. He lent his voice to Disney films too numerous to mention. The Thumper Song is composed by the trio of songwriters Helen Bliss, Robert Sauer, and Henry Manners, some of the founders of BMI. Side 2 starts with the upbeat song Whistling Rabbit, sung by the Vonnair Sisters. The 2-minute song was written by the prolific Emmanuel Kurtz, who wrote over 250 songs, including providing the lyrics for Duke Ellington's In a Sentimental Mood in 1945. Whistling Rabbit is arranged here with a German feel to the tune, with the use of an accordion, xylophone, and bassoon. Track 2 on side 2 is a short 30-second snippet of music, composed by Bob Hilliard and Sammy Fain. This incredible sound clip, I'm Late, arranged by Tutti, had previously been released on the Alice in Wonderland album, sung by the Camarata chorus.
I'm late, sings the tardy White Rabbit as he leads the curious Alice into Wonderland. But he quickly disappears, so Alice begins to search for him. Along the way, she encounters many odd-looking creatures, and at a mad tea party, she meets the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. Continuing her search, Alice comes upon the White Rabbit in his house, but before she can detain him, he scurries off. A magical Cheshire Cat then shows Alice a shortcut, which leads her to the feared Queen of Hearts. There she learns that the White Rabbit is the Queen's herald. Alice is frightened by the Queen and realizes she must somehow escape from this nonsensical wonderland. Then, lo and behold, Alice wakens from her dream to find she is once again beside the peaceful stream where our story begins.
Adapted from Lewis Carroll's novel, Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland Meets the White Rabbit and Grandpa Bunny are from Little Golden Books, and narrated energetically here by Lucille Bliss. The story of the White Rabbit is sandwiched by the I'm Late tune, as it also reappears at the end of the narration. Twitter Pages was written as a promotional item for Bambi by the Helen Bliss, Robert Sauer, and Henry Manners trio, and sung here by Thurl Ravenscroft. His voice seems an odd choice for this bouncy, staccato song about spring, but somehow it works in the same way that Bill Arms does when singing the Ugly Buck Ball in Summer Magic. An instrumental version of Hippity Hop introduces Lucille Bliss, narrating the story of Grandpa Bunny,
which tells of an old and wise rabbit who teaches painting, tells stories, and entertains the young bunnies of Bunnyville. Every year, the young bunnies decorate the eggs for the Easter Bunny. When this job is done, Grandpa Bunny teaches them to paint the surrounding forest with the colors of the 4 seasons. But a time comes when Grandpa Bunny must leave Bunnyville and everyone is sad. Then one day, after a violent rainstorm, the sky is brightened by a beautifully colored sunset, and all the young bunnies agree that this surely must be the work of Grandpa Bunny.
The LP culminates with the instrumental version of Hippity Hop accompanying the closing of Bliss's narration. Grandpa Bunny was originally written in 1951 by children's author and editor Jane Warner for a little-known book that was based on Disney's 1934 Silly Symphony short, Funny Little Bunnies. This is a fun little LP that I used to enjoy and listen to a lot at Easter time when I was younger, and it's still a fun listen for children of today. It can be purchased from Discogs, Amazon, eBay, and your local used record store. Thanks everybody for watching this deep dive look into the Disneyland children's record, Peter Cottontail, plus other funny bunnies and their friends. If you enjoyed this type of 50th anniversary content, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. The Disney Scrapbook channel will be producing other 50th anniversary content throughout the year that will include reviews of Disney films, LPs, books, and theme park attractions. Thanks everybody for watching. TTFN, ta-da for now.